Welcome to everyone here who is watching later and who will be watching us live. I am Tatsumari, and today we are playing some more Satisfactory. As I said last week, I believe I was working on the steel part of the little basic parts factory. And then I said I was going to work on some of it off stream. That I have done, so I have finished up the steel portion of the factory, and I did manage to get the gold wire portion of the factory done. I did a little bit different recipe. For those of you who are familiar with Satisfactory, I did a little bit of a slightly different setup for the gold wires. Part of it I did an alternate recipe. The other part I did the original recipe. So that way it gets all of the gold ingots taken care of. And I have a metric buttload of gold wire coming in to get distributed among the trains. So I don't have to worry about that ever again. If I wanted to, I could probably build a train about twice as long and still have some left over. But, that is that. Today, we are going to be working on the level that deals with all of the copper, so such as copper sheets and the original recipe for the wire. I am using the steel wire recipe for some of it, and the other part I will be using the just normal wire recipe that usually uses copper. I haven't completely decided on whether I'm going to use the original recipe for copper sheets, which goes into constructors, or if I'm going to use the steamed sheets recipe for copper sheets, because the steamed sheets requires refineries, and I'm not sure I want to build a gigantically tall floor just to house the refineries. But we shall see exactly what we are going to do. So if you want to make sure, and you always catch me when I go live, be sure and hit that subscribe button to become a coin in the vault so you don't miss a thing. Speaking of stuff you probably don't want to miss, you can also catch, that's probably going to be happening in the next couple weeks here, the release of Chapter 14, Part 1 of Maple Story, the novel Sacred Tears. This story is a audiobook. It's geared as an audiobook, but it's also kind of like an audio graphic novel, so you can sit down and watch and listen at the same time, but you don't have to sit down. You don't have to sit down and watch it. This is is a fan fiction of an alternate universe version of the story that is Maple Story, the game. However, if that's not your speed, you can also check out the recently finished story Sly Cooper: The Rise of Vexen. This is also a Sly Cooper fanfiction that I wrote that picks up 3 years after the events of Thieves in Time. Check it out, check either one out, and do your thing and make it good. But more on those at the end of the stream. For now, I know why you're here. You are here to watch me build stuff and to make a factory worthy of the gods. So, if you want to make sure and get this out there, be sure and give this stream a like, leave a comment down below, and just have a great old time. I see we have one viewer in the chat. Welcome. I hope your weekend is going well. How are you today? So let's get started with this. All right, so we are here. Actually, what I was doing, I've done some stuff off stream. I was actually doing some research in the MAM. I have I believe I completed the Caterium tree, so now I have all the good stuff that goes with that. I'm still working on the Mycelia one because I need Mycelia here and there. It's just kind of a little bit of a pain in the butt, but it's not really that big. The sulfur one is going to take me a little while because I need a couple hard drives, and I need to make a factory that will be making ammunition for my pew-pew. So it's not exactly easy, but it's not exactly hard. It's just kind of This one I have one step to complete, which, again, isn't hard, but it's just But for now, I do have most of the stuff done in the MAM. I did also manage to get the polyester fabric recipe, which instead of using, I believe it's biomass, I think it is, biomass and mycelium to create fabric, I can now use, what is it called? Polymer resin, I think it is, and some water in a refinery, and I can make all the fabric I want in the world, especially using this polymer resin, which is a byproduct of making fuel for generators. So I can make all the things, do all the parachutes and all the gas filters in the world, and it's just awesome. Let's see. Oh, and this one over here, this manufacturer, I actually have it making portable miners, just so that way, you know, if I decide I'm going to make more miners along the way, I can just grab however many I need without having to actually make them and do the thing. So that's what I've been up to, but that's not why you're here. You're here to watch me build another floor of the factory, right? Oh, you know what? I better empty out my inventory before I go much further. Wee! Ooh, okay, so this is electronics. We're going to dump off our wire, our chips, our cables, our supercomputers, our computers. I think it's okay. And then over here in minerals, we're going to dump off our concrete. And then in standard parts is everything else. And then over here in industrial, we're going to dump off the plastic, rotors, and motors. Excuse me. And then we're going to head over to our hub and dump off our berries and our mushrooms. I did a bit of exploring yesterday, just having fun, kind of toodalooing around the world, seeing what it had to offer. I found some more power slugs. So I have like 1.5 million, well, maybe not 1 million, but quite a few power shards. I have 175 power shards now that I can use to overclock just about anything I want to. Oh, and as you can see, I put a roof over the train station. So, yeah, cool. All right, in the box over here, dump off the berries and the mushrooms. And we're going to get rid of the flowers because they're really just taking up space here. And you know what? I actually need to change a setting on my end. There we go. All right. And away we go! I also moved this train station, my personal engine train station, back a little bit because I had to expand it a little bit because I am using that to not only bring fuel in for all my vehicles and my jetpack, but also to bring in polymer resin for the fabric. And being that, you know, I'm not making a ton of it very quickly, so I can just, you know, get some with this train when I need some more, fill up the bin, and away we go. Okay, so let's see. Let me check. Got someone there. Got some in there. Okay, so we need to do this through a docking cycle. Just to kind of fill up the train before we go. Daniel, welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming. I hope you are at least mildly entertained by what you see here today. Alright. So, we got that taken care of. Alright. Let's go build ourselves a factory. How's your weekend going, Daniel? Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Stop, 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 stop. It's a big train. Big train doesn't stop well. Ah! Alrighty then. So we are going to back up a little bit. Come on. There we go. Alright. Alright, so now we just need to go all the way to the front of this train and turn the autopilot back on. Oh, we got another viewer in the chat. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're at least mildly entertained by what you find here today. And how are you doing this weekend? Nope. No. I want to drive. I want to drive. Scooch over. It's my turn. I want to drive. Oh, almost lost my cool there. Alright. We'll head back over here to our mammoth. Our world forging engine. Hop on in. And away we go! Alright. So let's try this again. And now we're going to have to wait because we got the majestic giant iron ore train pulling out of the station. And yes, like, as far as big trains go, I don't know. I haven't seen anybody else do any builds or something like that, but this is a pretty big train. It's like 25 cars long. So it is pretty big. Yes, I know. There are others out there who probably make bigger trains to carry all kinds of stuff, but this is just a a train dedicated to one material. The only ones that are smaller, I think I have the gold merchant, which is the train that brings in all the gold ore, and then I have a copper ore train, which is I think is 20 cars long. Usually, kind of sort of rule of thumb with this game, you can kind of get away with like, or the basic rule is you can get away with 4 cars per engine. But in some cases, you know, if you can really do like 5 per engine and still get away with it. 6 is where it starts getting a little not quite strong enough. Oh, by the way, over here, I took care of the giant station that I had over here from before, because I don't need it. So now we got all kinds of beautiful views up here. What you think? Alright, there goes the coal train, bringing in most of the coal for steel. Ah! No! That's not what I wanted to do. No! No, no! Stop, 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 stop! Oh, dang it. Well, we're off to a great start today, aren't we, ladies and gentlemen? We caused 2 major wrecks. And, let's see. You know, actually, I wanted this train off for now. It's so sad looking. Like, if you actually look at it, it actually looks like it's all sad. Like, it has, like tilted eyebrows down on the outer edges. Like, it's all sad. Like, if I had the means to do the sound effect for, like, Thomas the Tank Engine, Thomas the Tank Engine music, you know, have that sad music on. Something like that. I can't remember exactly how it goes. It's been forever since I've seen it. At least, like, actually sat down and watched it. Which back in the day, yes, I know I'm probably going to date myself a little bit, but back in the day, I used to watch Shining Time Station when Ringo Starr was the narrator. He is, to me, the best narrator out there for Thomas the Tank Engine stuff. George Carlin did okay, but no. Well, check off your bingo cards, ladies and gentlemen. We've had ourselves a third crash. Oh man, we're just having all kinds of cool stuff today. Isn't that just amazing? Hey, if I get a fourth crash today, I'll get a free ice cream sundae. Yay! All right, let's see. I believe it was this one. Here we go. Yes, okay. Yeah, we'll fix that train here in a second. All right. We're going to put on our factory jetpack. So that way we're not burning fuel all over the place. It's that one. Oh, and I did also manage to modify the train stations everywhere for these new trains, especially for the steel. Because the steel now, I did some kind of looking around and calculations and stuff like that. And really, instead of 4 cars, which actually would have been detrimental to me, since I only have 1 belt, and even then, not a fully loaded belt of steel I-beams coming in. And I really only have 2 stops that use I-beams for materials. So I just took the one that's coming in and split it between 2, and then it goes between 2 stations. So whoop-de-doo! And I modified the outgoing stations, or the incoming stations of where it's being delivered to. So I simplified the train stations a little bit. Or simplified or expanded, however you want to see it. I did the thing. Alright, so now we have an empty inventory. We are going to come over here. We're going to grab ourselves some plates. No, not the fancy plates, just, steel plates, or not even steel plates, just iron plates. Then we are going to grab ourselves some concrete. I'm getting a little bit low on concrete here. Looks like I'm gonna have to run the mineral train a couple times so I can fill up my mammoth train station for building materials. While we're here, we shall just get this done. I need some beams. I need beams! Coming down. As the great Kibbs would say, beams! Something like that. The Kibbsinator. No. I don't want to fall. Oh, and I also, for those of you who were here last week, or may have seen, I put in an access walkway for the factory. And I did some stairway work. There we go. So that way I can access each floor all the way up. Rather than having to do a interesting set of gymnastics just to get up to upper floor. Which was actually a problem recently, because somehow, for whatever reason, my brain short-circuited and told I was in the this menu right here, and for whatever reason, somehow, yeah, I hit this button here, which just instantly kills you wherever you're at, and then you go back to the hub. Well, the problem with that is I hadn't built the access routes yet. No, I don't want to fall. Come on, come on, come on. Yay. I hadn't built the access routes yet, and all my when you die, all your stuff is put in a chest where you died, including all your jetpacks. Because I have, not only do I have the jetpack, but I also have this hover pack that I'm using. So I had no way of getting up to the top. Not only that, but I was very stubborn in what I was doing, and was just so mad that I had to, walk all the way back to this factory to get my stuff, that I completely forgot to bring the mammoth back. No, I don't want to fall. And I had no building materials on me just to get to the top so I could get my stuff back, so I could continue. So it was quite the ordeal there for a minute. Which led to me making the access walkways. Alright, so there we go. We have the walls done. We have the actual copper floor done. Now, as you see, yes, there is a big spaghetti floor of belts here where all the ingots are coming in from the smelting yard. This whole thing right here will be covered up in like a giant connection tube that goes, or I say tube, but really it's just a big walled off thing that goes from here to here, and I'll try to make it look as good as possible because they aren't exactly 90 degrees they aren't exactly parallel to one another or perpendicular to one another, so it's going to be a little bit off, but I'll try to make it look as good as possible. Alright, so now we must build the floor. Slight pause over here. I need a drink. A reminder for the day, ladies and gents, be sure and drink your water. Because headaches do not feel good. Alright. So. And I might not, just for a heads up, I might not be talking as much this stream. Might. It doesn't necessarily mean I will succeed, but might not be talking as much this stream because I have some lines that I need to do for a... what the heck. I have some lines to do for a client. So, if I don't talk as much, I am just trying to save my voice a little bit, so that way I can actually do them later. But if I do end up talking a lot, it'd probably end up just, me shutting down the game and just not talking for a couple hours, sipping on some room temperature water to try and soothe my burnt vocal cords. Last night, I don't think I slept too well either last night because my neck is like not happy with me. Probably end up getting some Advil here in a second. Hashtag not sponsored. Oh, now it comes on when I don't need it. So, I guess I'll ask here. We got a couple viewers in the chat. Who's excited for MapleStory the Novel's return? At least for those of you who have been subscribed to me for a little while and kind of know stuff that I've done in the past. And also, for those of you who are going to be watching this later, and for those of you who are here now, would you like to see me do more streams where I am, like maybe during the week, where I am editing the written story of MapleStory the Novel? Because there is a lot to do. Or would you be interested in that? Let's put it that way. Oh. I have a giant hole in the subfloor here I forgot to fill in. That's not very good. We shall go ahead and fill this in. Alright, cool. Back to work. No. Right. I'm too far away from a power source. So now we'll just have to use my jetpack. Just get my, do some toasty buns. Sweet. Yeah, I'm not really even how to classify them, because like originally I geared them. Believe it or not, let me put this. When I started doing the videos for MapleStory the Novel, originally what I wanted to do was just have like the written story, and then have an audio track that could go with it. Just, you know, doesn't have any sound effects or, you know, special doodads or whatnot. Just some music to go along with it, just to kind of set the mood. Ooh, we have another viewer in the chat. Welcome, welcome. I hope you were at least mildly entertained by what you see here today. But yeah, I wanted to have some background music to go with it, so whoever decides to read it, like read the written story, can just have some background music to kind of go with it. But then as I started doing that, I realized, oh, wait, there are all kinds of people that have a much different reading speed than I do. Some of them read faster, some of them read slower. So the whole thing will just get out of whack. So I thought, okay, I'll read along with it. I'll just do an audiobook, just me reading. And then I kind of found myself in a spot where, oh, right, I got female voices in here. Yeah, this is not going to be pretty. Hence, the birth of the audiobooks. Oh, I'm going too far here. We're going too far, sir. It's like the only thing that even I could vaguely even call them is, you know, audiographic novels. Or even audio light novels, I guess. At least most of the stuff I've done on my channel. I don't know if anyone else has a different classification, but I'd be interested to know what that is. Okay. So I have some concrete and I have no plates. So let's go over here to the pre-storage facility and we'll get ourselves some more plates. And stop. Put the brakes on. Check this out. Get a lot more plates. And then we'll go over here to the mammoth. And get some more concrete so we can continue our adventure in making floor. Come on. Okay, and put the hover pack back on. Oh, wow, we got, like, suddenly 2 more in there. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're at least mildly entertained by what you see here today. Man, we're, like, just all of a sudden breaking records over here of how many people we got on here. This is awesome. So, for those of you who just popped in, how are you doing today? How's your weekend going? Hopefully it's going well. Nothing too world ending, I guess you could say. Maybe not world ending, but stressful, I guess. Yep. Yep. Long live the Zoop! I don't know what it is with these floors. So must be some kind of graphical hiccup in this to where it doesn't like doing Zoop builds, or at least like a lot of them quickly, because it always seems to stutter when I'm doing these floors and building. But you know, we'll see if there's a kind of a fix on it in update. I'm not even sure if it's going to be 8 or if you'd call it like 7.2 or something like that. All right. So, first of all, we need to see what kind or how much copper that we have available for us. Now, technically, I'm not able to use all the copper that I have coming in because the fastest belts that are currently in the game transport 780 items per minute. However, each one of these belts... Oh, come on. Stop it. There we go. I want the jetpack because the hover pack doesn't work here. Each one of these belts is hooked up to a line of... not forgers. What's the other one? It's not... Like, the smelters is the basic one. Smelter. Foundry. There we go. Because I'm using the alternate recipe for copper ingots, where I think it's like copper alloy or something like that, where I use iron and copper mixed together to kind of stretch out the amount of copper that I have available to me. So, the amount of copper ingots that I get per minute on any one line is 800. However, each of the fastest belts, the Mark V belts here, only transport 780. So, it's a little bit of a deal, but I have plenty to work with. Okay, so we have... Oh, wow. I thought I was using more. All right, so we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 conveyor belts worth of ingots. Whoo! That is a lot of copper. And for all you D&D nerds out there, yes, it is a lot of copper. A lot of copper coins. We're talking probably... maybe 60 or 70 chests full of copper coins. Like 80,000 a piece. So yeah, lots of copper coins. Lots of coppers. All right. I need to do a thing. Okay, so first off, we need to... production. We need to have one of you and one of you. Bloop. Bloop. Geronimo! Woo! Almost landed in the water there. All right. I need cables, which are here. Okay. I need motors, which are just right down here. I have planned for the next... Blah, blah. Let me start again, because that was just amazing. It's all content, but, the next... I have planned to upload Chapter 14 of Maple Story the novel. Let's see. Today's the 29th. So, let me see. Let me see what my dates are here. Give me a second. I have planned to upload it on or have it available on the 5th of November, or not November, February. So that is the plan. If not, it'll probably be somewhere like on the Wednesday of that week, but that's what I have planned. But as we all know with plans, they aren't exactly don't exactly like to play nice sometimes, so it might not happen, but that is the I cannot talk all of a sudden. What do you like this content, everybody? Just give me a giant F in the chat because I cannot talk. I do have planned to release the next chapter on the 5th. However, if plans do not cooperate, it will be sometime during that week. Does that answer your question, Venus? At least I hope it attempts to answer your question. All right, so we need one of you and one of you. All right. We're going to put you up for now, and then we're going to have wire. All right. We're going to make another one of you for a comparison. All right. So, we have 8. Yeah, we have 8 conveyor belts of copper ingots. And let me see. Let me go over here to my delivery engines. Oh, I'm aimed right at the one I want. Cool. And oh no! That was almost a disaster. Alright, so we need... The copper wire here is going to be, like, really easy to get all that, so I don't have to worry too much. But I do have... I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah. Alright. So I have 3 cars, or 3 stations of sheets that I would like to make. So anything beyond that is going to be bonus. Oh, but I do actually need to put 1 belt of copper ingots all the way over to over there, because I am going to be using that for my aluminum production. So we really have 7 belts. So I will... Okay, so I can make basically 1 for 1 if I use the steamed copper sheets. Okay. So 780 divided by 22.5. I would need 35 of 35 refineries. Okay. If I were to do these, I would need a lot more. Holy moly. I would need somewhere around 78. Oh boy, but it would take more copper than it produces. Okay, so despite the fact that it's going to take a lot more materials, especially since we have to make water pumps or water extractors to pump water up for the steamed sheets. Oh, we got ourselves a autosave. Give me a second here, peeps. Even though we are going to be making, or even though it's going to take more stuff, I think what we're going to do is we're going to stick with the steamed copper sheets. But what do you think, chat? What do you think I should do? Should I use the bigger machine to make essentially what comes down to a 1-to-1 ratio of ingot to sheet? Or should I do the constructor, which is a smaller machine, but I'm going to need a lot more to do because it's a 2-to-1 ratio where it takes 2 ingots to make 1 copper sheet. And I'm planning on having 3... Oh, actually, you know what? So I would just use 3... So I have 7, so I'd have 4. Okay, actually, you know what? Well, I'll still want your opinion. Should I do the steam sheets, which is basically a 1-for-1 recipe, or should I do the standard copper sheets, which is a 2-to-1 recipe? And this is a 1-to-2 recipe. Okay, wow. Okay. The steam machine. Okay, let's see. I've seen some people do stuff. Ah, here we go. A second here. Okay. So let's see. There we go. Let's see what happens here. I'm attempting stuff that I have not attempted before. So we'll kind of see what happens here. I put a poll up in the chat, so let's see if it works. Okay, so this is a 1-to-2 ratio, so wow. That's a lot of wire I'll be making. Alright, so 780 divided by 15 is 52. Holy moly. Okay. And then 780 divided by 30. No, not by 90, by 30. 26. Okay, so each 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, I will have a lot of copper ingots left over. All right. All right, so we'll end the poll for now. If I have more questions on that, I'll be sure to bring it up again. Because again, I'm exploring how stuff works on my end. So we shall see. All right. So we're gonna do the steamed sheets recipe. We got 1 vote for that at least chat wise. But let's see. All right, so this, to create 3 of those, we're going to be using 3 belts of copper. Sweet! All right, so now, what was it, 22.5? 35. Okay, so my brain is not working. We need 105 refineries. Each one is going in a row of 35, right? Yes. Okie dokie. Let's get to building. All right, so I'm probably going to go, instead of going this way with the machines, I'm probably going to go this way with the machines. Geronimo! Okay, I need these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and then I also need I need motors. Lots and lots of motors. Pretty much almost the whole train car worth of motors. Oops, I have a little too... What? Seriously? Oh, cool. Nope. There we go. Alright, so I can put the... Temporarily, I can put the concrete... Check off your bingo cards, people. I can't talk all of a sudden again. Okay, we're going to put the concrete away for now. Then we're going to go to the front of the train here. We'll put away our reinforced plates for now, because we don't need those. We shall put away our normal plates. And let's see. Where is the beams? Alright, so now we need copper sheets. Where did I put those on this rig? Right here. There we go. Now I need steel pipes. And, oh, would you look at that? Huh. I didn't think I had the space for it, but what do you know, I did. Look at that, Miss Piggy. I had room in my tool belt for all the things I need. All right. So for starters, we are going to come all the way over here. And we are going to start starting to talk weird. We're going to start the refineries here. Okay, so 105 minus 35. There should be 70 left in our... on our little counter there. Well, 69 now. So 70 left on the counter by the time we're all done with this row. Look at all those beautiful parts just flying all over the place making machines. Mwah! It is such a beautiful sight. Yes, indeedy. Right. Keep on moving. All Alrighty then. We do not have the power. But what we can do is probably expand this out some more. Kind of follow along with the angular thing I got going on with the smelter yard over there. Yeah, let's do that. So I need some concrete and I need some plates. Whee! Geronimo! Can you imagine the kind of G's this person is going under? And so, like, I'm just falling from the sky, probably hitting terminal velocity somewhere along the way. Then I just turn on a backpack, a fan backpack, and just like, stop right in midair. It's like, holy moly. I mean, you could probably figure out the G-forces on that, but currently my brain is no simpatico at the moment. So we're just going to say, yeah, it's a lot, and it probably doesn't feel good. Especially after you've had, like, a big lunch or something. Go falling down. Whee! Or in the words of one Jack Black as Po from Kung Fu Panda. My tenders. Okay, so there we have the room. Do we have the technology? We do have the room, and we do have the technology. Okay, so this is as far as I need to go. So we'll throw that out. Throw that out. Throw that way over there. All right, so I'm gonna leave. Let's see, how much should I leave open here? Let's see, does that work? Yeah, that should be plenty of room. Well, maybe not that much. Because not only do I have to put the evacuation belts, you know, the ones that are going to actually take the parts out, but I also have to put water pipes in here for these. So let's see. What if we were to put them, I'll start this row right there. That's good enough. Sweet! Off we go! Building some more awesome machines. That just was not cool. Feel free to clip that, by the way. Itchy, itchy, itchy arm. Gonna be like Markiplier. Why are my legs so itchy? Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. One more. Okay. So now We're going to come over here and do the last row of refineries that are going to be making my beautiful copper sheets. Now, I know the counter says that I'm missing 3. The unfortunate thing about this one, or that on the Satisfactory, is that if you have like a certain amount you want to build of something, and then you build it, but then you tear it down, it doesn't put the count back up of, uh-oh. Sorry about the lag there, guys. It doesn't put the count back up unless you go in and do it manually. So, even though it says I have fewer to go, I have all the materials originally for what I was going to build, so I will be able to get all my refineries in. It just won't be... It won't reflect that in the count here. See, is that all of them? Nope, just one more. There we go! Now then. This is for 780 items per minute. But, unfortunately, water. It's water. Primary use for pipelines due to its high corrosion resistance. Okay, that's funny. Water. It's water. I mean, come on. All right. So, let me make sure. Yeah, so each one of these, I'm going to do this one. We're going to paint it differently, so that way I can know about it. But we are going to... Well, hold on. Let me check the math again. Okay, so we're going to turn these... We're going to underclock these to 66%. So that way... boy. So that way we can use everything as efficiently as we can. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be efficient. It'll just be more efficient than just putting it full blast and having a machine that's constantly starving for things. All right. Now, we have ourselves a small problem. All of these refineries that are set up here are for 780 ingots per minute. However, we can only transport, at maximum, 600 water per minute. So, here is where things get interesting. So we're going to be 10 short on each row. Thereabouts. All right. So I'm going to leave you white. And now we are going to color... 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay. So... Okay. To here. So all of these that I'm painting right now will be able to be supplied by one 600 water pipe. Okay. So now I need to know how many I have left over. 9. Okay. So 22.5 times 9 is 202. All right. Oops. No, that's not what I want. There we go. Okay. So, we have 35. 17 and a half. Okay. So, what we'll do is we'll cut these rows in half. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And then what we're going to do is we are going to put this one back up to full blast. And then we're going to make that middle one be the low-powered one, or the underclocked. Because that is the one that's going to have... What did I do here? I did a goof. Okay, so we want this color swatch here. Yep, I did a goof. Okay. So we are going to take this color and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Then we are going to take this, this color swatch. Go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Then we're going to take this one. And we're going to make you the underclocked. Okay, and then we're going to make you guys all blue. Okay. And then we're going to make you all yellow. Because it was all yellow. No, don't. Don't get me in trouble. It was just a thing. Don't be a YouTube. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I put an explosive over there. Okay, so you guys are all one color. All right. So then. 17 and a half. Okay. So, now what we do is we go 22.5 times 17 is 382. All right. So this will allow me to do... I can still do 600 water lines, but instead of having them all at full blast, I could probably do like 400 water per minute, essentially. So that way, these are all... Well, let's see. We want to turn you down. All right. So what instead we're going to do, times 17.5. All right. So I could do... Let's see. All right. Because each one of the water extractors does 120. So if I were to do it 180, 360, that's not quite. So 240 water would be 480. That should be plenty. So if I just times 2 overclock the water extractors, I should be able to run each side of these. This off of one pipe, this off of one pipe, and then have them meet in the middle over here with this underclocked machine to do the thing. Alrighty. So that means I'd put some water extractors down there, pump the water up like above it, and then put it in some water buffers and all kinds of cool stuff. Okay.
So we have that taken care of. Yay!
So this takes care of 3 copper ingot belts. We still have 4 left over to take care of. Okay, let's go get some reinforced plates so that way I can do the maths on what we need for copper wire. So I'm pretty sure I remember I only need like 4 rows of these constructors. And if I do that, then I'll still have like 2 or 3 conveyor belts left of ingots. All right. So we need 15 a minute. So we go 780 divided by 15. That's 52. So we need 104. Or if I do 2 belts, that'll get us. Wait. We're producing 30 per minute. Okay, so does that mean, so 30 times 52, 1560, okay, so 1560 divided by 2 is 780. Okie dokie. So we needed 4 conveyor belts for the wire that's outgoing. So 780 divided by 15 is 52. Okay, so this would be 1 conveyor belt. One conveyor belt of... Okay, so I need to use... If I were to use 2 conveyor belts of ingots, that would give me the 4 conveyor belts of wire that I'm going to be using. And I still will have 2 left over that I can pretty much do whatever I want with. Which is sweet! unexpected, but sweet. All right, so 104. Now, do I have the cables for it? We shall find out here in a second. If I don't, I'll have to go to the electronics factory, get myself some more wire or cables, which is not hard to do, just kind of a pain in the bootay. But I have to travel all the way over there. All right. No, I do not. All right. So, what we're going to do, first off, I'm going to go get the plates that I need, just so I can scratch that off the list. There we go. Plenty of... Okay. So, I have something on my end I need to take care of really quick, so hang tight, and I shall be right back, and we are going to go get some cables afterwards. All right, we are back, and let's do the thing. Do the thing. There we go. Alrighty. Now, let's go to the electronics factory. So how's the stream for you, everybody? Hopefully it's not stuttery or just bad bitrate or anything. I messed with some stuff a while back to try and make it better. So stream seems okay. We'll keep on going as we are. Sweet. I've been kind of monitoring on my end. I saw there was one little hiccup, but I think there was... I think it might have been something on my end, so... Just keeping myself aware of what's going on. Hopefully you are all at least mildly entertained as I sit here and build stuff, being a discount Bob the Builder. Actually, you know what I could do? Is I could actually make maybe one more row of constructors to take up one more belt of copper ingots, and I could bring it over here to the what I call my advanced iron factory to fill in the wire despondency, or wire to fill in the need of wire. There we go. I couldn't talk there for a second. Hop out of the train over here, and let's see, where are my cables? My cables are right here. Actually, we'll take them all. And then we shall put some in the car over here, or the toolbox, as I like to call it sometimes, and we'll keep the rest. Because Lord knows we're going to need them. All right. And basically, I currently have my entire world off as far as building things go. Just so that way, until I get that factory up and running again, everything else is basically on pause. So if I run out of materials, I'm going to have to find a way to get some more materials over to these individual factories. That's the iron ore train. Okay. Probably the next time it shows up over at the smelter yard, I'll probably turn it off because it has fulfilled its purpose so far. Don't need it running. Or don't need to have it running in the background because all it's doing is just running around and looking important rather than actually being important. Whee! Fly over the train track there. Huh! Sometimes, like, the mountains back over here, when I'm coming in, they look like giant mountains of peanut butter brittle because they haven't, like, fully loaded in yet. Oh, I can actually turn that train off, too. You know, the one thing that they need in this game, they need, instead of a water extractor, they need a water depositor, I guess, or like, so for that, like if you have machines that have excess water that they make, like say for instance the current recipe that's used for making batteries, the whole process, you end up with with waste water from the process, which you can, feed back into the system to try and keep it from running out of water. However, the initial amount of water you need is... no! Oh, get your bingo cards ready again. Are we going to have another crash? Or just a love tap?
Neither! Yes! Yay!
No more crashes. Or at least for now. Because I pulled into the wrong station over here. But anyways, for some of the items that have excess water, just water period, that gets, that is part of the process of stuff being made, if there was something we could have that would dump off the excess water back into the water, I think that would be amazing. I mean, you could make it more expensive, have like make it use like fused frames, rubber, and let's see, what would, like aluminum or something like that. But I think that'd be awesome, an awesome thing to have. Like, the two things I think would be amazing for this game is if we had programmable power switches, which, the original power switches, they're already kind of expensive because, well, maybe not expensive, but they do require some later game items because they require quick wire and AI limiters to make. At least I'm pretty sure they do. Quick wire, AI limiters, and steel beams. That's what it is. But if there was a programmable one where instead of an AI limiter, it takes like a supercomputer or maybe even just a computer to make. So that way you can, like, all the machines, as long as it's all just one item being made, all the machines on that switch can be programmed with a specific thing to make. Say, for instance, the refineries. All the refinery recipes, just however the switch is hooked up, you have access to all of the recipes that you can use in a refinery if they're all hooked up to one of these programmable switches. But all of them change. Like, if you were to program from the switch, all of them would change to that thing. Now, if you wanted to program individual ones, you could do that too. But I think it'd be kind of neat to have that for, like, late game stuff. All right. This is... Right, we were making constructors for wire. All right. We are going to go right here. And we needed to make 52 of them in total. So, if my math is correct, we had 104. Let's see. Let's see. 104 minus 26. 78. Okay. All right. I think if I were to expand this out some more, I could probably just put all 52 in one row.
Wouldn't that be interesting? Only one way to find out.
Oh, so close. All right. We're gonna backtrack here a little bit. Okay, so how many is this? This is 37. Okay, since my brain is not working, 74. Okay, so what we shall do... we'll go right about... No, we'll do this. No. What we're going to do is we're going to take you, and we're going to put you right there. No, because this is going to be all kinds of boogered up. All right. All right. We are going to tear all of these down and try again. First of all, to kind of make it work, we need to find the center. I forget how many this is across. So, come with me, and we'll see just how far across this is. Yeah, I couldn't make it work in the song either. No, don't want to take it apart. 41. Okay, so 20. And then the next one is the center.
Give me my cookies!
Okay, so this is the center. All right, so 26. We're going to have... No, you going... Actually, no, we're going to have you going this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13.
And then...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. So hopefully this will add up to 26 if I did my math, or if I did my planning correctly.
We shall see. In which we did. Yay. Check it out, boo-boo. I'm smarter than the average bear.
Alright. And we're going to line you up like so. Oops. Oh, no, I'm still good. Yes.
Do 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 do.
Right. All right. So that takes care of one belt.
Now, what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to come over here.
And I'm talking like a circus man over, like a old-timey circus showman or something like that.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, come and see the wonders of the world. Come and see all 37 continents. Even though there's only a lot fewer than that, I have been...
Well, I can't even remember. 7 continents. Okay, yeah. Had to think about that one for a second.
I've been to all 37 continents.
But there's only 7.
Shut up, you! I'm telling a story here.
Okay. There we go. All right.
Boing!
That is not where I want those to be. I want them to be back here.
There we go!
Does anyone ever remember the original Lego Island? Let me see. Let me put this up here. Okay, so poll is up right now. Foxy, welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming. I hope you're at least mildly entertained by what you see here today. Anyways. By the way, for those of you who are interested, the one who has entered the chat down below, Foxy Van Byte, he is a fellow streamer and the voice of Sly Cooper in Rise of Vexen. Be sure and go check out his Twitch channel, which I will have in the description of this VOD afterwards, so you can go check that out. Go give him a follow, punch him in the face, and tell him I told you to do so. It should be all a good time. Yep. Anyways, the reason I ask if anyone remembers the original Lego Island is because anytime I remember do the like yelling around stuff, it always reminds me of one of the very first lines that Lego Maniac does. When he's basically telling you hello at the beginning of the thing. He's like saying hello in all different languages and stuff. One of them, I can't remember. I don't know what language it is. I believe he says "Enfinu." It's always funny. It always reminds me of that. Enfinu. It always reminds me of that. Then he does like all kinds of crazy like introductions. Aloha and welcome to Lego Island. Anyways, that was one of my favorite games as a kid. And I remember the thing that always got me, I always avoided so hard. I never ever wanted to release the Brickster. Because I think I did it once. And this was back in the days when like the hot thing on the market was the Pentium 2 processor. You know, before i3 even came out, before the i series of processors came out, this was the Pentium processors. You know, we had the Blue Man Group doing the whole like commercials for it and everything. Okay, I need silica. Yes, I'm that old. But the game, this is before I really kind of understood how computers worked and making, you know, gaming computers back in the day. It's like, oh, it's a computer, it can do the thing. So I stuck Lego Island on like the only computer we had in the family, and it chugged along. Oh, see, like, no, I'm talking this. The computer we had, this was before dual core. You know, I think dual core came after Pentium 4s. No, this was before dual cores. Let's see. What was I after? I was after silica, and I need some more iron plates. That's what I need. So yeah, the game would always like really chug along, and I think there was one time where I did end up releasing the Brickster just so I could say I completed the game, and me and my mom, oh my goodness, it was like the biggest thing in the world. You swear like the world was coming to an end or something like that. We were sweating and panicking, trying to get the guy to like go back into jail just so we could save Lego Island. Oh, it was a nightmare. And then I saw like other people play it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna release the Brickster on my first turn," and then like, and they capture him within the next 2 minutes or something like that. It's like, it was really that easy? Then why it was like my heart pounding, my hands were shaking, and I was sweating. I think I had to clean off the mouse like 3 or 4 times of all the sweat. And, you know, it's like, what was I so scared of? I think my favorite thing to do, though, was to go down to the cave where they had the pirate who's behind the wooden door. He's constantly talking about stuff. Yeah. Talking about stuff you could do on your keyboard, and he just wants to be left alone. Arr. That was always my favorite guy to go visit. Just to bug the ever-living crap out of him. And then there was the treasure chest that was right beside him all the time. And like you clicked on it and it always had like a random thing pop out of the treasure chest. That was always fun. Like it would be a ghost, and then it would be like a cat that would do a backflip, and then I think it was another one was a skeleton. I think there was one other thing that would pop out of it, but I can't remember exactly what it was. The other thing that was always really hard for me to do, I don't think I ever got first place on it, was the IndyCar race in that game. Especially with the middle of the race when you had to go inside the island, and there's this like gigantic skeleton just kind of free walking in the middle of it, its head spinning around and its feet were flicking back and forth, and then you just, if you didn't catch it at just the right moment, it like kicked you all the way back to some like weird spot all the way on the other end of the racetrack, and then you had to go again, and then you get kicked again, and then they do it again, and it's like Arr! All right, we got an autosave, so kind of hang up here in a minute, or hang up here for a minute. So Foxy, how's your afternoon going? Or I should say, let's see, this would be morning for you, I think. Yeah, it's actually getting a little colder over here because we're where I'm at. There's a bunch of clouds rolling in, so it's supposed to be like rain coming in overnight, and then like has a chance to be like snow as well. I mean, more so like flurries than anything, but still, it's not cool. Alrighty. So we'll do this. How about the rest of you guys? How's the weather where you guys are at? Just for curiosity's sake, I'm strictly making conversation here. I'm not. All right, man, Foxy. Thanks for stopping by. Good luck on your games. And everybody, go check him out. Look him up on Twitch, Foxy Von Bite. I don't know when the Wolf Den is going to open up again, but go give him a follow and tell him I told you to punch him in the face. Alrighty.
Alrighty the mighty.
No, I don't want it down there. I want it up here. No, I don't want to do that. All right. No. All right. Okay, so we got the machines in. Now, put the jetpack on. So what we'll do... Yeah, being that we got like a ton of glass up there, that's what we'll do. We'll, like, keep on carrying the glass theme going on here. At least for the, Actually, now what we're going to do, we're going to take this down for now. We're going to put another one of you. And then we're going to put...
I need beams.
Beams, 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 beams. Sounds like I'm saying beans. Okay, I'm going to take you apart because we know we need access here.
Geronimo!
Whew! Almost took a bath there. Okay, grab you, and you, and you. Oh, I'm using the wrong glass. Oh well. We'll just carry it like this. It's up towards the top. I think it'll look fine. Alright, and then we're going to put one of you. And then we're going to get up here. And then we shall... Oh, I need the jetpack because the power doesn't reach up here. Right there. Nope. No. I need architecture. I need the fix-it roof, and I need the flat roof. Actually, what we're going to do here, just for some style on top, is we are going to take the flat roof. Come on. Wait. Ah, here we go. And then we're just going to have it go like that. So that way, we have these sticking out of the top, and it'll kind of make it look like a factory thing going on with the smoke sticks.
Yay, ingenuity!
Or design, or whatever. Alrighty. Boink. Alright. So we're going to take another layer of you all the way around, and then I think that is where we shall call it for today. As soon as I get done with this ring here. But I hope at least it was, for those of you who are still here, I hope it was at least mildly entertaining for you. All right. So that just about takes care of that. So, there's still a lot to do. We still have to put all the belts in for not only the copper wire, but also for the copper sheets over here. We have to build the whole water pumps and everything, but I think we shall save that for the next stream. Either that, or I might... Next week, I might do a MapleStory stream, because, you know, that is my home fandom, but I haven't done anything in quite a while for it, so maybe I'll play some of that. But we shall see. In the meantime, thank you all for coming. I hope you were at least mildly entertained by what you saw here today. And if you did like it, be sure and give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below saying you did. And hit that subscribe button so you can become a coin in the vault so you don't miss a thing. Especially coming up, hopefully on February 5th, it is Chapter 14 of Maple Story the novel Sacred Tears, or Chapter 14, Part 1. This is an alternate universe look, a fanfiction of an alternate universe look at the story behind the MMORPG Maple Story. It is originally geared as an audiobook, so that way you can just turn it on and leave it on in the background while you're doing whatever it is you're doing. However, it can also be kind of classified as an audio graphic novel. So you can sit down and watch whatever there is. There are a few videos that I haven't fully animated yet, so I'm still in the process of working on those. I'm also coming off of making Sly Cooper, which I'll get to in a second, so I haven't fully animated them all yet. But be sure and keep a lookout for those. If you did like it, or like any of these videos for Sacred Tears, be sure and give it a thumbs up, a comment, and share it around. It is fully voice acted, has sound effects and background music. It is amazing stuff. Be sure, and if you leave a comment, let the voice actors know just how awesome of a job they did. Because without them, it would not be as awesome. If that isn't your taste in story, you can also check out Sly Cooper Rise of Vexen, which I just recently finished in its entirety. This is also a fanfiction for the Sly Cooper fandom that I did a few years ago. It is also geared as an audiobook, however, more so than Sacred Tears. So you can just turn it on and leave it on in the background. It is fully voice acted, and like I said, Foxy Van Byte here is the voice of Sly Cooper in that story, though he does not show up until the last chapter, so, kind of don't go into it expecting to hear of Sly Cooper right off the get. It is fully voice acted, it has sound effects, it has background music. Be sure and check it out. Give it a thumbs up, give it a comment, and let the voice actors and actresses know just how awesome of a job they did, because without them, I would not have been able to do it and make it as awesome as it is. This story is complete, and also in the description of each video, there is a link to the written story if you so desire to check that out. Other than that, that's really all I can think of. So if you have any ideas for games that you'd like to see me play, or maybe even things you'd want to ask me, be sure and leave them in the comments down below of this VOD or on any of the videos I do. Next week, like I said, I'll probably either come back here or I may do a Maple Story stream, because there is some story that I want to try to find out. One with our sword-wielding girl, Adele. Or maybe I'll just do a new class, because there's a couple new classes that came out recently that I have not played, and I have no idea how they fit into the story of Maple Story. So, we'll check that out. But we shall see. So until next time, my friends.